Alright everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to warm up effectively to improve your aim while playing ranked. I do this using training grounds because unlike PC, console players have no external aim trainers they can use to practice their aim or accuracy. So we can use the training grounds, and as I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to detail some tips and methods I do and that you guys can take away and use before playing ranked to make sure that you have precision aim and quick reaction times while you're playing on console. You're going to want to play elimination in training grounds on a normal difficulty. Personally, there are no advantages in increasing the difficulty when it comes to working on the things I'll be going over in a bit, so keep the difficulty on normal. The best map that I can recommend is Border because there aren't going to be any pre-placed C4s, which is going to really help you when it comes to one of the tips I'll go over shortly. It's best to pick an operator who you will most likely be playing as in ranked, but also someone who can get the job done quickly. So I'd suggest playing Sledge, Ash or Twitch, as they are 3 standard and easy to use operators, and I use them while warming up myself. Picking operators that you're going to be using in ranked is super beneficial as it warms you up more for the role that you're going to be playing, so you're ready to go pretty much. One thing that you should always do when you spawn in is to just practice controlling the recoil of the weapon. Maybe use a couple of magazines just to practice this, as it can give you a nice and comfortable feel of the weapon before actually engaging with it. The next tip I'm going to cover might be a bit unexpected, but it will make sense once I've covered how beneficial it can be. And that tip is that I mute my game audio, so I don't wear my headset while warming up, and I just make sure that the volume of my game is at 0. Instead, I like to just listen to a music playlist to make sure I'm as relaxed as possible. But what having no game audio means is that it prevents you from relying on sounds of movement or gunshots, so that you are purely relying on visual cues. This will significantly help when it comes to improving your gun skill because, like I said, you're going to want to get the job done as quickly as possible. So you'll most likely be running around the map, and if a terrorist pops up in front of you, you won't be able to hear him. So you are purely relying on what you see to improve your reaction time here. Hopefully now you can understand why the lack of C4s on Border is helpful. Now the last thing that I will say is to bear in mind mechanics. So maybe in your 3rd or 4th attempt, put your weapon on semi-automatic fire and work on headshots only to hopefully improve your crosshair placement. And when it comes to peeking and movement, try to hug the walls whenever you can and avoid slow peeking as much as possible, because in an actual game environment, slow peeking puts you at a huge disadvantage if there is an enemy already holding a tight angle on your peek. But as well as this, don't over peek as it can get you killed, as you'll be out in the open and very vulnerable. So guys, that's all I have to say about warming up on console. There isn't really much else that you can do apart from the tips that I've given out today. I would say that the tips that I've given out will help you more than just going into a game and shooting the terrorists. I think by using these tips it can warm you up for an actual game more than just your aim. So take away what you can, use these tips, warm up like I do. Hopefully you'll see an improvement in your gameplay when you're playing ranked. It's a decently short video, but hopefully I've made it as effective as possible, and hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me talk about the tips. Hopefully you guys can improve now while warming up like this, and yeah, I'll have more coming your way soon.